to use the myxbook EA for MetaTrader 4, and not only how to install it, but why you'd probably want to install it. It's really for analysis. It's a tool to help you improve as yourself as a trader, where it can sort of examine where your good days were, where your bad days were, your where you held onto losses, where you held onto your winners, and it just gives you a opportunity to look at your own trade in history like with an eagle eye, looking from above. And you know, it's good to keep a journal anyway, but this sort of can replace a trading journal because it simply records your history. So a trading journal would be useful if you're struggling on the emotional side of trading, but if you're already quite disciplined anyway and you've been trading for a while, then you can simply just use your technical journal, which is something that my myxbook does cater for. So I'm just looking at the euro pound, for example, and so what we'll do, we'll simply come to the website and then we're going to attach the EA to a clean chart, and so that's what we'll do. So if you want to get your breakdown of your analysis as follows, yeah, stuff like this, where you can see your current trades, your summary, your good hours, your good days, your bad days, where you held on to your winners. So that was quite a good trade. You know, it's not bad. So as long as you hold on to your winners, then you should be fine. And what you want to do is cut your losers. And that's the key, right? So yeah, this will help. This is quite a nice tab, is the duration, because probably what a few of you guys are doing is that you're into profit and you think, oh, I just probably should just take that profit. But you really shouldn't. You need to hold on to your winners. And then that's how you sort of like last long term, and you don't hold on to your losers because they will mount up. Okay, and so you'll note that this is a relatively small account and something that I created through IC Markets because they've got the 1 to 500 leverage, and I have a large account that I've got stashed to one side in a secure place, and once the bubbles start behaving again and we don't get some horrible chop, then I'll simply move back into my large account. So this is just a small account I just created just for just to like a personal test, see if we can trade through the volatility. And it looks like we're doing okay, you know, if you were just manual trading. But it is worth noting that a lot of these trades are euro pound, and the euro pound isn't really risk sensitive in so much as that the S&P crashes, the euro pound doesn't really get impacted that much. It's more to do with fundamental macroeconomic factors like Brexit and, you know, data releases and things like that. It's more manageable, I find, the euro pound, and it's because it's in quite a nice range. It's also fairly predictable and it's nice. I quite like the euro pound. It's probably my favorite one. So the reason for this gain is pretty much the euro pound and some pound USD trades that I use to hedge the euro pound. Obviously, one goes up, one comes down. But if we get a strong dollar, then they can both fall. So I can use it as a proxy for dollar strength. But yeah, if you wanted to get this sort of analysis, which is something I really recommend that you do, what you want to do is come to Google, myxbook EA, which is Expert Advisor. Come here, top one, and then you want to do is click the top step one. Yeah, that's fine. Click that, and then you'll get it in your downloads. Depending on your speed, it should appear very quickly. Yes. And we want to select IC Markets, MetaTrader 4, install. Installation complete. If your MetaTrader 4 platform was open during installation, please restart it. You don't have to restart your MT4, okay, but you can if you want. If we were to go into IC Markets view, navigator, and you go to Expert Advisors, right click, refresh, and then it will appear. And ideally what you're going to do is you'd attach to a chart which is fairly clean and they didn't have any expert advisors on that particular chart. So right click, attach to chart, and the key thing is that you need to ensure the boxes are ticked, and you put in your myxbook email and your myxbook password, and then you click OK. And then before you do anything else, before you go to myxbook, we do need to go to Tools, Options, and then you just need to enable allow DLL imports, allow web request for listed URL, and just make sure then they are ticked, those two. And what you'll see, if you want to know if it's successfully installed, you have a smiley face up there. The reason for having an unhappy face is because that wasn't actually my password. I'm not going to show you my password. So once you put in your password correctly, you'll have a smiley face. And just for double confirmation, view, terminal, and then experts, and it will say something like statement uploaded successfully. Yeah, so you check in your experts tab and it should say, you know, successful upload, and then you go wait for 5 minutes or so, and you go to myxbook portfolio, and then you click on your portfolio, and then you get something like this where it just simply uploads your history, and then you can see, you know, how you've been doing, where to improve, which is something that I can help with. Just let me know. I am here for you. Don't forget, you know, you're paying for a service, but you need, if you are struggling, you need to let me know, and I can help. It's not a problem at all. And then that's what you'll get. So you'll get some nice analysis, and if you're you know, if you're having like a big downtrend, then it's what's probably happening is that you're holding on to your losses, and so that's just something you'll need to like nip in the bud and stop that from happening, and then you'll get some nice growth over time. So hold on to your winners, and then you cut your losers, okay, and do the opposite of the retail guys. And once the bubbles start behaving, then I'm going to go back to my large account, and then we'll start making some nice pips again, and it'll be something I'll really look forward to. When we had that reversal on Monday, it was so stressful, it was crazy. So hopefully the herd will started getting slaughtered, which is something that's likely going to happen very soon. And once it does, then it'll be happy days again. So great tool to have at your disposal. I do recommend using it. There is just maybe a slight side note, is that the more successful traders who upload the data here, the less power will have as a contrarian data source. So like people like Marco who have won awards as you know, being a successful trader, if he uploads his data, his history here, is going to make the quality, you know, that much better, and so it'll be weaker for a contrarian. So what we want to do, we want the dumb herd to upload their data here, and so then it therefore becomes a stronger contrarian data, if that makes sense. If some amazing traders were using this exclusively, we wouldn't do the opposite of those amazing traders. We want the dumb herd to upload their data here. So, but we do know that humans on majority are fallible, and they make errors all the time, and they're stubborn, and they're ignorant, and they hold on to their losses. So assuming that continues, myxbook will still always be an amazing contrarian data source for us, and hopefully it helps. And I'll be back later for the SLC video, and yeah, I'll speak to you guys soon.